First down, 10 yards to go. The give to the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Let's go! Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Pulls it in, it's Branch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line, it's Frazier. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Going for the big play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break up the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Young. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, But a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee, or for Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, no matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because of Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship. Even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. But one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play, because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Young.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
That just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Trying play action. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. It's in the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown tie. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And talk about a turn of events. 4th and goal. The defense is able to step up. They're not just going to swat this thing away. Force the incompletion to get the offense back on the field. No, they're picking it off, and they're taking it all the way back for a touchdown. If they win this game, you're going to point back to that play right there as the play that made the difference.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Finds his tight end.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Alabama quickly back to the line. The give is to Miller. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. To the ground. High ball. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Bell. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Bringing the heat. Finds his man. It's Frazier. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He hurls one deep down the left side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Georgia sends out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the bunt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he's stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, at this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just...
Turning it off! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this.
Got him downfield, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Finds a little space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give him the lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they just...
He's got it! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal forward.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. He'll toss it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot.
There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Makes the catch. It's Horton. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Right back to the well. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Finds the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. On the option. The pitch. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Miller with the ball. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give to the back.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw at Simpson. Got a man in the middle. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They go to the draw. Oh, boards with the fumble.
They knew they had that golden opportunity, right? Down in the red zone. We're in the second half right now, and they're not going to get that many more chances. I think just being a little bit too greedy on that play, you need to understand when the play is over. Give the defense a ton of credit for creating that fumble.
And Georgia ready to go back. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play,
touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the fourth. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 24 to Louisville.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Card in the backfield, it's Frazier.
Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grab near the sticks. It's Branch. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Frazier. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Alabama quickly back to the line. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. He's striking downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. That's caught. It's Horton. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give is to Miller. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Offense trying to go push pass on a first down on the goal line. But the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Rushes on him. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Young. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Young. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Young. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Stockton. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
How about that play? Late in the ball game, you need a play. You throw it up to your guy, and he makes the play. That is execution at its best in the clutch moments. Nice throw, nice catch.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He wants a big play here late. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him.
Looking for a deep man. Brings it down on the right side. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things.